Look at all the people. Hi, guys, by the way. DC is like officially opened back up completely to the tourists. And tons and tons and tons of school groups. So let's take a look at all this, huh? It's pretty quiet here, like, as far as like black SUVs and cars and stuff like that. I have no idea what's going on inside the building tonight. It's funny because, it's really quiet up in there. Neither side's flag is up. It's funny because, obviously I haven't been here for the past couple weeks, but, I was sitting here thinking about it and, it's been quite a while since we've seen the Capitol Police Mobile Command Unit, like the big blue bus looking thing. It's usually parked over here. We've seen it parked over here. We've seen it parked around back, and they bring that in, for high risk situations. That's what that's used for. And we've seen that brought in, I don't know how many times over the past 2.5 years. I mean, it was here regularly for quite a while, right? And we haven't seen it. I mean, obviously the past couple weeks, but I really don't think in the past couple weeks anything's happened here that they've had to bring it in. The last time I can remember seeing it here was for this year's State of the Union, and they had it around the back on the west side of the Capitol. And before that, I'm trying to think. I honestly think the last time that I saw it, and maybe I'm wrong, I'll go back and look, but was when the Supreme Court was all fenced in. That was fenced in for 4 months. 4 months. 1 week shy of 4 months. And we saw the Baltimore one over there. So on the same day, they had the Capitol Police one here, and they had the Baltimore one within the fence of the Supreme Court in the parking lot over there. And I found that to be very, very unusual. Very unusual. So whatever was going on, inside of that building that day was enormous. But I have not seen that here for the longest time. That's why I'm telling you, I honestly feel like all of the major stuff has been done. It's just, we just don't see the things that we used to see. We just don't. So, okay. So, all right, well, this is it so far, huh? Not a whole lot done yet. And they're not here today, so. Huh. So from what I was told, if you just started following me, from what I was told, there used to be trees planted in here, before they did all of the construction here in 2018. I know you guys, sometimes you're going to see those pictures floating around of all the construction that's going on here. Obviously, it's not happening right now. It's not, and that was 2018. That was them working on the visitor center underneath. That is not current stuff. And I do every once in a while see those pictures floating around. And I know it's hard for everybody because they're not here. And I try not to be a real bitch about it, but it's like, I really like to try to clear up stuff, when I can. Just to keep everything on the real here. This is the most important thing ever, to me, is to make sure that, the story gets told here the best that I can, at least. And that's what I've tried to do, and try to clear up anything that needs to be cleared up. But that's just anyhow. But what I do find interesting is that, this is all fenced in here. They're going to be working here, and I'm going to keep my eye on it and see exactly what they do. But, as you can see, over here. Now remember, they had the enormous hole right here. Remember that enormous hole right here? That was an enormous freaking hole here for the longest time. And they were, it was enormous. But what I find interesting is directly across the street, that's the library, one of the Library of Congress buildings. And, they had that fencing there. And that whole area is closed in. That's a pretty big area. Now, they didn't close that area in until right after the day that I was here. I was filming the megaphone guy. I was like, oh, it's a new husband, After I got done filming him, I started walking back up here to my car. And right under that archway up there at the building, I looked over and I saw all these police and black SUVs. I was like, wait a minute, they're not supposed to be there. And then all of those suits ran out and they had, Secret Service with them and all their weapons drawn. They literally ran out of that building, hopped in those cars and just took off right here. I pulled out my phone. I did get a video of it. But shortly after that is when I noticed they brought in, big moving trucks. So they brought in big moving trucks and they had them over in the parking lot. And I don't know what they were bringing out of that building, but they had moving trucks and they were putting all kinds of stuff in the moving trucks. And then the next thing you knew, this wall went up here. Now, I don't know. Let's go here. So there's really nothing to look back there. So, and then as you can see down here, let's do this. Yeah, man, I was standing on that corner right here. I came over to the corner and started videoing them coming, hauling ass out of there. They had weapons drawn and everything. So whatever they did inside that building was major. The suits and the Secret Service, the police. So then they put up this. Well, they brought in the moving trucks. Then they put up this fencing. But then there's fencing back there on the other side of the Library of Congress. That's been there for a while. Directly across the street from that is the Shakespeare Gallery. And that's where they've been there for forever. And that's where, they had the tunnels. They were working there. So it's like, to me, it's like one big line. Now, I don't know. I'm going to keep my eye on what they do over there. If it's trees, if it's whatever. These guys don't get told really anything. They get some BS story as why they're here working and they just do their job. So, most of them don't know anything. A few of them knew. I've had a few of them tell me they couldn't talk to me. They weren't allowed. They were under NDA. So, but, anyhow, we'll just keep an eye on that. Nothing else today. So, I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. And I don't know if I'll be up tomorrow. But I will definitely, if I don't, I'll definitely come back up Wednesday. Going to keep our eye on, see if South Korea comes over to the White House. So I love you guys. I'll see you soon.